A lovely day for a drive. Here we are. So that was super cool, I hope. I tried some cool things and I hope they worked. So welcome to the 2012 Ford Fusion Hybrid. I wanted to do this a little while back, but I wasn't able to in my time frame that I had for the initial tour video. So right now I'm just going to do a little bit of a daily drive, because that's what people do, you know. So right now the car is in hybrid mode, so you can't hear it. So we're gonna go. Now I'm trying some new video things, so we'll see how well that works. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. So there's a gentleman. I'm in an alley right now, and that didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. So that's okay. Just gotta make sure nobody's behind me. I could use my backup camera, but yes. So this is the kind of a daily drive, but I'm not gonna go where I normally go. I'm gonna turn some air on because it's hot in here. So it's currently 48 degrees outside in Clarksville. But I need some air. Oh no, I need some defrost because I just turned. Alright. I usually turn my defrost on 90 degrees and it works out very well, because it immediately just takes away that frost or the fog or whatever's on your windows. So right now, we're in Clarksville by my house, and we're going to go down by the river, just so you can kind of get some scenery. I absolutely love this car. I love driving this car. It's very fun. It's very nice and compact. I really like those compact cars. The 4 doors is really good. The trunk space in the initial video could be better. I may have said that in the video, but it could be better. It's pretty small, but right now I've just got the necessities in it. But overall, it's a very wonderful car. It is a, like I said, 2012 Ford Fusion Hybrid. So hybrid being one of a luxury item in the car. So you've got leather seats, you've got backup camera, you've got really nice interior. Other than that, it's just all around pretty nice. Heated seats. You have some lighting in the cup holders as well as down on the floor. I'm just running through a couple things that I said in that initial video, but I thought I'd just kind of talk a little bit about it. Now today I thought it was going to be a good day to drive because of the weather. And just to kind of give you a little, just to drive, I guess. So right now I'm in hybrid mode because I'm going pretty slowly. I'm going about 30 miles an hour here. But it's pretty nice in hybrid mode. When it switches to gas, you absolutely know it, because you hear the engine turn on and it changes the sound. And you can go faster with the gasoline engine, and you can do things like that. Right now I'm getting about 37.7 miles per gallon, so that's all right. I usually get about 38, but I think I've just been driving a little poorly lately. So like I was saying about mileage, it's really good when I drive on the highway because I get maybe 40 miles per gallon, maybe more. That's not true. My average is about 37, 38, 40, somewhere around there, but it just depends per trip that I make, because sometimes I drive a little bit more conservative than others. But I love going on road trips. I've driven this car, like I said in that initial video, to Nashville now. I went to Indianapolis with Justin the 28th. We went up to see a concert, which was an awesome concert, by the way. Me Without You, if you've never checked them out, I would absolutely check them out. Not many people like them. I like them. I also talked about them in a Matt Talks last year. So go check that video out, as well as whatever, the other videos that I posted on the channel. I don't know. Now, it is raining a little bit. As I'm driving, you'll probably notice that on the video. But these wipers are super cool because they are, they are rain sensing wipers, which I've never had that before in my entire life, because as you might have noticed, I've only driven, well, currently this year I've driven 3 cars. A 1996 Honda Accord, a 2007 Hyundai Sonata, and then now this 2012 Ford Fusion Hybrid. So those 2 cars that I had, the 96 Honda and the 07 Hyundai, did not have the technology that this car has, with the rain sensing wipers, as well as just all these other features. But yes, so the rain sensing wipers are pretty awesome. Right now I've got them in constant wipe, but there are different options that you leave it on where it will just wipe when it senses that there's water on the windshield, which is super cool. Now, there's an elusive target that I have of mine, which is the rear windshield wiper, which I haven't had a car that's needed one of those, but it's always been a dream of mine to have one of those for some reason. So maybe eventually I'll have one of those. Now, this is a very comfortable ride as well. These leather seats are really nice. I've got some lumbar support over here, as well as some pulling forward and pushing back, and the seat leaning forward. This headrest goes up some, and some things like that. The steering wheel goes up and down. I'm not sure exactly what that's called, but yeah, it goes up and down. It doesn't pull out at all, so that's okay. It's a very comfortable ride. Like I said, it's a very nice ride. I really love the instrument cluster. I really like how the speedometer is right front and center, and it has the gas on the side, the battery on the left side, and the power and stuff on the other sides. It's really nice to have the speedometer right in the middle. And I love the colors. Very vibrant, very nice. Unlike the 1996 Honda Accord that I drove, that was pukey green colors. No, it was a nice car, but not as nice as this one for sure. So I'm here at a stoplight right now, and currently I'm wasting no gas. I'm losing battery oh so slightly. But then when I drive, I gain battery back with the brake. So the brake usually gives some battery back. It just regenerates it. But what's super cool about this car, when, you know those times when you're eating food in your car, or you're sitting and waiting for something to happen in your car, so you're just sitting there, and you've got the car on, you're listening to music or whatever. This is a great car for that, because it will not use gas. And when it does, it's so slight. When it uses gas, it switches right back to electric when it's sitting and waiting. If you have the air conditioner on or whatever, it will kick on just for a little bit, and then it'll kick back on the electric, and the battery will just charge as you're just sitting there. So it's really nice. A nice car to just sit around in. One of my favorite things about this car are the wheels. There is this really ugly design that some of the Ford Fusions have, and this may be specific to the hybrid being such a cool car, but some of the cars have these weird circular, like, just round things. I'm not sure exactly, but I am very thankful that we got these wheels, because I don't like that one design. This car is going to be a great car for Sandy and I. We have a lease for about 5 years, I think is what it said. 5 years to pay it off. A very good rate, and a good, like, per month price on insurance and everything like that. So we're pretty good on this car for a couple years. So let's just put into perspective what 5 years means for us. We will have this car for 5 years, like I said. Next year, in 1 year, we are going to get married. So we will have the car once we get married. And then that year, we will get an apartment. One of us will move in before we get married, and then we will both move in once we are married. So we will have the car once we are married. We will have the car once we get our first apartment, first place together. And in 5 years, I will turn 25, and Sandy will be 26 at that time. And we may have a house by then, and we may have some children by then. So yeah, this car will be with us for the long haul, I think. Now a new car for us may be a nicer, newer Ford Fusion, which I just saw too right there, like my mom's, the 2015 Ford Fusion, which if you go look at Matt Talks last year, I did a video on her car. But this is a great car for us right now. Good space in the back, seat area. That's really, we were worried in the beginning because I sat back there and I was like, man, this is really small. But I sit like a crazy person. I sit with my head like in the ceiling. So it's just your preference how you sit, and you will fit in the car. But I absolutely adore this car. This is a great car. Really good gas mileage. Like, I fill up and get 650 miles to a tank, and it is just awesome. Anyone would be very lucky to have this car. This is going to be a great car. Hopefully we can sell it for some good money by the time we end up actually selling it. Right now, we're at 53,000 miles. I've only had to get one oil change so far. Had the car since September, I believe, is when we got the car. Surprisingly, once I had the car for like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and I got a flat tire, so I had to deal with that. I surprisingly changed the tire by myself. I had changed the Honda, had some tires that needed to be changed, so I changed one of those, I believe, so I kind of knew how to do it. But yeah, so it was a little easier the second time or third time, however many it was. But yeah, overall a pretty good car. No real complaints. I did get in an accident a little while back. A little rear end. We were at a green light. The cars in front of me went, but then stopped, so I stopped. The car behind me stopped. The car behind that car didn't stop. So it's kind of a chain reaction. The car behind that car hit that car. The car hit me. So it was a little scary, but I didn't even have to really do anything with it because it was no damage. There was a little plastic piece under the bumper that I just shoved it back up there, so it was fine. Overall, I have to say I absolutely love this car. This is a great car for our needs right now and for the coming years. So I think anyone would be lucky to have this car. It's a great car, really nice. I like it. I love it. Buy a Ford Fusion Hybrid. Go to Carriage Ford in Clarksville. They are very nice and very good to us. So that about wraps it up. This video, the daily drive. I'm about to go to church. I'm almost at church. So once I arrive, that will be the destination. All right, we have arrived. I almost forgot to turn my turn signal on. We have arrived at the desired location, and I'm going to pull to a stop. And that will be that. One complaint of the car, I still have yet to figure out how long the nose is, and I get a lot of pictures like this of my parking job. I'm an incredible backup Parker. I don't know how you say that. Credible person to do a reverse. Pulling forward is another question. So, yeah. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the cinematic in the beginning. That was really fun to make. But yeah, so that's about it. I will check you in another video, and go out and buy a new car, Ford Fusion Hybrid, 2012. Later.